how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the start of my brand new Let's Play on the awesome Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. We're going to be playing the newly updated Realms Forgotten mod, which is a complete overhaul, bringing in a brand new map, hundreds of new armors, weapons, a completely new lore-driven universe alongside plenty of amazing environments to explore, mess around with, tons of new factions. There are even like dinosaur mounts and demons from the Dark Realms. Is really something special, and we're going to be playing the brand new update that comes out today when this video does release. So I'll leave a link to it down below in the description alongside the playlist, and also I'll put the mod list I'm using on your screen right now. I am trying to keep the mod list pretty trim because, again, this is a newly released update. There's probably going to be some issues here and there with it, so I don't want any of my other mods to mess around with it. And quite honestly, this has been a mod list I've been wanting to test out and mess around with for ages now. The new update brings in so many awesome features. In the previous update, they also dropped a brand new storyline as well, so there's loads of stuff to mess around with. And one thing we're going to be doing today is I am going to be playing as the Dread Realm. These are basically the undead demons coming in to corrupt and destroy the world. Another faction I really like the look of is Athas. They're super cool. They're basically like freed slaves. They have loads of like giants and other units part of their faction, which is super exciting. And of course, you do also have the two brand new factions as well that have recently made it into this new update with the new map expansion. But I think I definitely want to just do a Dread Realm playthrough because these guys have some super powerful abilities. You can basically become a necromancer, and just overall a really fun play style. So we do get some bonuses. So first things first, our recruiting and upgrading infantry is dirt cheap. We basically are raising the dead into our army, so there's nothing really there we have to worry about. On top of that, when we get to the stage of building armies, they're going to be basically sticking together much longer and allowing us to fight more and more. On top of that, you can also see this first necromancy style ability right here. We have a 15% chance to recover 15% of our troops in battle, and then as we get to a higher level, this percentage does increase pretty dramatically. Again, really showing our kind of undead play style coming into play. We'll be able to replenish plenty of soldiers that we lose, and if we get a high medicine stat, our army will basically just not be dying. However, because we are an undead realm, we do get some negatives. So again, our relationship penalty from kingdom decisions will affect it. People will take stuff to heart and they won't forget it easily. And here's our character, a pretty beautiful specimen if I do say so myself. So there are several races inside of Realms Forgotten. We have the human, the elf, the undead, the maul, which is actually a really cool looking beast, especially when you clad it in some armor. There's the half giant, and then also the brand new race as well, which looks really cool. I like to call this one Mum, It's Not a Phase. But we are of course going to be playing as the undead character, and oh my god, I actually just got rid of my beard. Let's definitely reapply that. Oh yeah, we have to go over molten chops. Oh, that is beautiful right there. The actual stats as well, you do get bonuses from certain races. I don't actually know exactly what ones you get. I'll have to look that up or ask on the forum, but as an undead, I believe we get specific bonuses to our race as well. It'd be great if they could show that somewhere. Maybe it is in the encyclopedia when you get actually into the game. But look at this, my beautiful two undead parent. And I think in this playthrough, we are literally going to go super hard on just being military focused. We're going to be burning, pillaging, raiding, and doing everything we can to bring the world under the Dark Lord's power. They have also as well added in some new abilities as well. We now have faith, we have arcane and alchemy. So there's lots of like explosions and stuff you can do with alchemy and actually get some incredible damage. Of course, arcane is all about the magic, and faith is about your dedication to the gods, and they all provide themselves with certain bonuses. Okay, a pretty beastly character so far. 5 in vigor, 4 in social, most of our focus points all being in the military stats. I am a big fan of that. Now we also get to choose exactly how we start the campaign as well. We can decide if we are just a simple caravannery. We can say if we're a cheap outlaw, we're a new vassal, that would make us immediately a clan too. We could say we've acquired a castle and kind of just start an independent run, which actually could be kind of fun, and then maybe pledge our allegiance later on. Or we could say we're a landed vassal, or even just a wandering mystic, and again, this will give us access to magic right away, and also a little boost in arcane, and I think that's what we're gonna do. Now apparently the magic is a little bit buggy on the current build, but they are working extremely hard, and the more people that mess around with this, the more likely they are to find all these fixes, so definitely do dive in. We also get to choose where we start. So for example, we could be like a wandering mystic in the cities of Athas down in the south rather than up in the north. But yeah, we'll go near our home, and that's where we will spawn. And I think nothing says Dreadlord like our symbol right there. I mean, oh my lord, this is going to be so much fun. Let's do this. Of course, we'll be playing on the Bannerlord difficulty. As a pro gamer myself, I have to dive in on the hardest difficulty to give myself a little bit of a challenge. And look at that, a perfect picture and then the perfect parts of the campaign. So here is the custom map. If you've never seen it, there are all custom factions spread out throughout the map. This is the brand new part of the map that has recently made it into this update that has just dropped, again looking very cool with their own races, custom features and all that lovely stuff. But we are situated up here in the north in the Dread Realms. So just like with the start of any campaign, we do have some focus points to stick in, and of course we have some attribute points. So I'm going to stick 1 point in discipline to start getting that up, and then I also think I'm sticking another point in vigor just to get these stats on the go and working pretty quickly. I'm also going to stick maybe another point in arcane so it levels up a little bit faster, a point in faith, another point in two-handed, and then I think we'll also stick one down here in maybe tactics, just so again that starts getting up and start working. You know, stewardship is obviously one not to neglect, but I might dedicate that to an actual follower. Now, the type of units we get to use are going to be pretty wide and varied. We get a bunch of very powerful skeleton warriors. You can see that their armors and weapons all start to really level up. There's some beautiful looking equipment right there. Our line breakers are going to be deadly on the battlefield, and we also have some skeleton veterans and some demons as well, which is great. But this is not all we're going to be able to recruit. There are several other unit trees which have much larger demons, mercenaries, and other really scary beasts, especially the cavalry of the Dreadlord. I think is very powerful. The thing as well to keep in mind is I'm pretty sure a lot of the vampire and skeleton units do all have their very own buffs and negatives to them. I believe a lot of the skeleton units actually have physical resistance baked in. I'm sure the developers can let me know all of these questions after they've watched them down below in the comments. I'm sure it'd help everybody, but I believe the skeletons do have a much larger physical resistance to them. Oh, look at this. We do have our first event as well. As you crossed a small road, you came upon a wrenched wagon turned to pieces, blood stenched on the ground in its soil, showing signs of fights under the rubble. A voice came out asking for help. Do we do this? So this is all part of the main story, which is going to have branching effects to them, depending on what we choose and what route we go down. That's all going to have good effects. They took him, said a voice of a man, half of his body under the broken wagon. They ran into the forest. Please rescue Ulla. I could ignore, I could proceed. Well, proceed, you know. I am a wandering mystic and I'm looking for power. A man with faltered breath spoke of the hideout's position. Somewhere in the Elven Kingdom's borders, meet the North Sea. Okay, so we have our first part of the main storyline to go and rescue someone all the way over here, which we will, of course, do. Right now, though, I want to build up a little bit of a war band so we don't get just caught by all these bandits. As you can see, there's some pretty disgusting kind of nomadic tribesmen running around, which we're going to have to, of course, avoid. I don't want to run into them. And there's a lot more of the Dreadlords now moving out. I mean, that guy's a zombie horse, which looks impeccable. Oh, look at this as well. So up here in the north, we do actually have some of our noble troop tree, which is pretty cool. So we basically start off with just like these vampiric warriors who go up on their zombie horses, or these big monstrous units who have just huge weaponry or elite cavalry. Definitely going to grab these. They're going to be expensive, but I think definitely using them is going to be a big boon. So nice. Let's head down. Let's try and get ourselves into a battle with some of the bandits roaming around these areas, just to kind of see what our army's all about. And then I guess we do head up over to that to the quest and kind of see what the quest has to offer. Okay, here we go. Nice. So there's the bad boy army. We have our skeletons looking very good. We have some of our lighter infantry just wielding that sword and shield. And then we also have our own magic. So right now, I currently have 9 magical energy. And in AEarth, this mod we're playing, look how beautiful the snow is as well with 1.8. Oh, it's so beautiful, right? It looks great. But yeah, magic is all applied into weapons in this mod. So magic from just innate magic has gone from the world, which now means chains. It's all part of these weapons and these staffs and wands, etc. So again, you're going to find the magic basically only kind of applies itself into these powerful weapons and items. And you can see at the beginning, we're not doing anything too broken here. I feel like that's a pretty decent magic damage. The effects are great. We only have 6 charges of these, so we will get these charges out. We'll also charge the boys off as well and start firing off these shots. Only 2 shots left here now as well. I mean, actually a really cool way. I like how the magic is done in this. We're going to have to try and buy ourselves another weapon pretty quickly. But yeah, I like that. I like how the magic is set up. That's kind of cool. It's all just imbued into weapons. Once you're out of weapon charges, that's it. So we got 5 of these cannibals. We can sell them at the town. And then we also got some upgrades to our soldiers. So we did lose a vampiric warrior, but we also upgraded one. And we also got some of these guys. So now we need to make a decision. What do we want to upgrade to? Do we want to go into the more of the aggressive route, which I feel like this is what this faction's all about. We also have to make sure that we're safer from missile fire. So I guess it's safer to go down with skeleton warriors and then kind of continue to upgrade. Yeah, we'll just grab 9 of these skeleton warriors. They look great. And hopefully we've got some good loot as well. So we have got ourselves a shield. And I guess I will grab myself just maybe like a spike club. I feel like I'm going to have to go to a town and maybe get some better equipment. I mean, again, the armor looks so goddamn cool. I love the ribcage one as well. Oh, that looks awesome. We're going to rock like this, I think, for the time being. Like, that looks great, right? I know we're like a wandering mystic and stuff, but I'm more like, yeah, definitely we'll do this. Because like, we don't really have to worry about getting frostbite out here, right? Because we're already dead. So what's the worst that can happen? Our bones are literally already rotting. So again, we have to worry about that. Okay, boom. So that's an extra 700 gold. I'm going to probably look to buy a better weapon. They don't really have anything here. I mean, even just like a sword wouldn't be bad, or like an axe. That's literally all the money though. I guess we will just rock with what we have and maybe just upgrade a little bit later. Yeah, that shield, I'm not a big fan of that shield, but oh, we could get a heated shield. Again, it doesn't really fit our character. Maybe just like a round shield like that. You know, it's a bit battered, beaten up. Yeah, I think that's perfect. We have our wand. We're making some money. We just got some cash. We have plenty of food. Any more recruits? Yeah, plenty of more recruits to bring into the army. I like to see that. And we also leveled up a little bit. Yeah, nice. Our arcane is going up very quickly. Yeah, and let's continue to pump stuff in there because we can probably find some really powerful spells. And I guess what we'll do now is we'll start heading off. We'll leave the Dreadlands and we'll head over to where the hideout is, which is all the way over there. Oh man, that looks amazing as well. Look at that in the Elven Lands. Them goddamn mystic elves. Okay, so we are now entering the lands of the Nasserai, I think is what they're called. They're basically like a kind of a medieval Persian-style faction. We'll go over to one of their cities so you guys can get a little glimpse of what some of their units look like. But they're really cool. They're kind of like a very cool aesthetic of like very like Western medieval, but also very like Eastern medieval. It's kind of like a good mix between them. And again, the units look really cool. Definitely, if you're looking to play like a human-esque faction, this is the one for you. They have some really powerful units. Their knight units are really strong as well. But of course, you are sandwiched between some really scary factions. You've got the Dreadlords, which you're going to be fighting constantly, coming through the mountain pass, and it's going to be your job to protect the world from that. We are also going to be running into stuff like these Elven Ruins. We're not going to do it quite yet because these are like dungeons in the game, and they're super cool because basically you just go around and you loot these treasure chests and you continue to explore them, and basically it just provides you with like extra loot, and you have to defeat enemies along that. It's like a hideout, but a consistent hideout that provides you with multiple bonuses. And again, it's just such a cool idea, and there's multiple levels to them as well. So for example, you can actually go to like an extra scene inside a scene. So it's almost like going inside of a keep or something like that, and it will bring you to another thing where you have to explore and get health and defeat bosses and get extra loot. Yeah, our first and next little battle right here. Some Athas cultists have engaged us. I mean, that guy does not look too friendly. But again, the balance power is pretty even, so we will dive in and take this fight. Hopefully, I've made it bright enough for you guys to see. I will probably, in the next episode, install the mod that if it's updated for 1.2.8 to actually make it so it's always daytime. I think on when you do a YouTube Let's Play, that's just something you really do have to do. It's nice to see, though, that most of our frontline all does have shields now, so that should provide us with some good bonuses. And yeah, look at all the extra... Oh, it's just so nice at 1.2. I know I literally just said it, but it really is nice at 1.2 is out. We have the snow, we have unit targeting now. All of that stuff is just so great, so I'm really excited just to continue to see all these mods get updated. I really am. We are going to form a skein and a shield wall. I think that's going to be a good idea, a good way of approaching it. I'm going to start firing my magic. I assume this does do some pretty big damage as it continues just to like apply the particle effects. Yeah. Nice, took him down. The shield wall is holding as I continue to blast people. You can also do friendly fire. Okay, that's not good. Let's break shield wall now, I think. Yeah, let's break shield wall and just charge. keep our shield up as well. Push him back. Blast him with some magic. And then I need to be careful. I don't want to do friendly fire here. So let's make sure we pick our shots like right there. No, I missed. Okay, let's pull out our mace now. And start hitting this guy. Oh, yeah, this guy takes no damage from my weaponry. Let's help out. A lot of our vampire warriors are fighting. And there you go. Boom. It's going to be these guys slain. Job, boys. We took them out without too much trouble. Again, good renown. Really good renown, actually. Yeah, nice. Fighting all of these powerful bandits are going to be super powerful. And we can even look to recruit them. So that's just a normal adept. And these mummies just go up into the normal adepts as well. And their stats aren't anything too special. So these guys are going to probably be sold. I do, however, probably want to try and recruit these guys. Because we can make them up to a tier 4. And then these guys, at least some of them, get mounted, which would be really good. And then the upgraded cultist is also pretty interesting. It's kind of a bit weird, though, that the mounted variant is the tier 3, and it's only one version of them. You'd think you'd make an entire either troop tree, which just goes off into the mounted variant with the hyena, or you make all of them. But maybe that's something we'll see in a later version. So let's continue to upgrade. I think just having a sturdy line, sword and shield, boys, is where it's at. Yeah, let's continue on that way, and obviously continue to upgrade into these more elite vampiric units. I mean, obviously upgrading to this boy is going to be great. Could upgrade into some cultists, kind of get out of the coldness, but again, I continue to like this until we really have to worry about armor and then we find like a proper chest piece. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, let's pass the barrier now as well into the Elven Lands. Now, this might be a little bit tricky. I'm not sure how friendly the elves are, and there's already plenty of enemy soldiers, so I might have to go and actually recruit some of the Elven scum to help us pass through these lands. But they do have some very good units. Their Elkin riders are insane. They even have some scouts on bear mounts as well, which are really good. Berserk, like the elves are a very, very good faction. They really do have some amazing equipment. Their cavalry is just second to none. So we might recruit a couple of them just to help us out. Oh, I say that though. We actually can't. We can recruit them, but we're going to be at minus influence. That's really interesting now that you have to recruit. Okay, I love that. That's a really cool feature, right? That you actually have to invest influence in, I guess, convincing a faction that isn't your own. I mean, we're an undead lord coming to ask them to join us. But we can do it, but it's going to cost us something. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, we finally made it down here. We do only have 15 member, and there is a lot of enemies around, so we might have to be pretty careful. Actually, one thing I've been wanting to do is, yeah, let's recruit these cannibals now into our army. That will help boost our soldiers. Again, we'll lose a bit of morale, but that shouldn't be too bad. I don't know if morale actually affects us because of us being undead. We need to be careful, though, not to get caught by a bunch of them. I'm going to pay these guys a little bit more money just to let me through. That avoids one of the big groups, and it's not that much cash because I think we're going to need all of our men to actually break through. And as you go, as we enter the forest, you catch tracks of horses leading deep into the woods. As the trees gave way to opening fields, you saw the trail leading towards a group of hills. Sure about the trail approaching the hills, you knew that you could be close to the hideout. Let's wait until dark and let's give it a go. Let's see if we can rescue. I am going to upgrade any soldiers I can beforehand. No, it doesn't look like we can. Okay, cool. Then this is it. This is what we've got to try and take it. I've got 9 charges of magic. Oh, look at this. This is a really cool map. So yeah, one thing I think this mod does spectacularly well is it does make so many cool custom scenes to explore. Like once we get into looking at all the dungeons and stuff, I'm sure you guys are going to be really, really impressed. So I guess I'm going to probably save a lot of my magic, and we're gonna kind of drop to this this mace and see what we can get done with it. But yeah, let's raid this and let's try and save this person that we've been asked to save. Now, I like to think that these guys don't know what's about to hit them. They actually have some pretty deadly weapons, and falchions are going to cut through my armor if I'm not careful. So let's just take him down again pretty easy. We want to avoid getting overwhelmed because, yeah, by the looks of it, these guys are equipped with some pretty decent weapons. No armor, though. They are literally naked or in war paint. Yeah, that guy is in war paint with like a cloth on. So we want to try and kill him as quickly as possible. Luckily, the boys, though, are just chilling. Unless everybody here. There is a cave. So let's maybe line up on the cave. See if anybody wants to come out. And I'll say, yeah, we'll definitely pick up them. Do we pick up the throwing axes? Nah, we're good. We're good. Wouldn't mind picking up that sword, though, can we? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, cool. Just because in some of the events, you can pick up loot and stuff. So I'm just keeping my eyes open for that. Seeing if there is anything in here. I guess will be our best little job right there. All right, boys, charge. Give him hell. He's going to throw some javelins. Yeah, let's just get him. Let's just storm him, boys. Good job. Good job. Let's be careful, though, because I don't know how much we actually have to explore. And again, I'm just checking if there's nothing for us to loot. Okay, we're pushing up the hill now. There are a few pretty deadly warriors up here. I'm going to give you orders for the boys to charge. I actually broke my shield, so we need to be a little bit careful. Luckily not doing too much damage. Yeah, we just need the boys to get in. You guys take him out, and I'll go after the blue man over here. Nice. Yeah, killing them. Boys are doing a pretty good job. Anyone else there? I guess we'll just keep on fighting our way up the hill into the fortifications. This is a really cool bandit hideout, though. Now might be a good time to start firing off some magic, so let him have it. Boom. That's really cool. The particle effects are super dope as well, and there's several different types of magic as well that people can use. So, yeah, I'm excited to kind of really explore this part of the game. Even though it is like the most buggiest part of the game, it still looks really cool. And hopefully we can get access to some really powerful units. I assume that particle effect as you hit someone with the spell is actually doing damage over time. Maybe not a lot, but it's still doing some damage over time. Again, I'll have to find out. I'm sure you guys can give me advice on if it does give us extra bonuses or what. But yeah, let's move into the settlement. I guess they're going to be at the top, maybe. Okay, here's the bandit boss. Who does he think he is? If he asks me for a decent duel, that's not happening. I'm gonna let the boys bum rush him because I am not being good in this playthrough. We are evil. We are gonna raid, we're gonna pillage, and we're gonna take what is ours. I do not fight duels with brigands. Get them, boys. Get them. And we'll hit them with the old little bit of magic. Right, oh, that does a lot of damage. Oh my god, does a lot of damage. Nice, good job. Yeah, we make quick work of them. Some mountain hunters as well. Yes, decent cavalry. They go up to mountain bosses at the end. So I guess it's up to the player to decide. With a lot of these units that do go up into cavalry, I guess it's up to the player to decide exactly if they want to upgrade them into the cavalry. Maybe that's not going to be the best idea. Okay, we've got this random man, and I do need to drop a soldier. So I'm probably going to drop... let's drop a cannibal. Yeah, let's drop a cannibal. You're free. I set you free. Some extra loot as well. Is that shield better? It is a bit better, but is it us? I don't think it is. We also have a more Viking helmet, which is pretty decent, but I like the skull, man. I like the skull. Until we start fighting the bigger battles, I want to go with style over quality. Here we go. He says, thank you for saving my life. I hope there's a reward for saving you, good sir. Well, actually, yes, there are people that reward you. If you want to be properly rewarded, I recommend you scout me to my safety, and that's right under the tutelage of Queen Rihanna. I believe she is one of the Empire Kingdoms. I believe she's in charge of the Southern Kingdoms. Yeah, there she is. Is that her? Yeah, I believe that is. Oh no, Rihanna is part of the Northern Kingdom. Okay, cool. So she was last seen over here. I guess we'll continue to follow, what north? That's actually not bad because we do need to go into the evil lands up there to re-recruit soldiers. Nice. So can we get around here? I don't think we do. So we're gonna probably have to go backwards and then go back up round. Cool, that sounds good with me. Let's do it. Okay, so we actually almost are where we need to get to obviously hand this guy off to Rhaenyra or whatever they're called. But in one of these Imperial towns, there's actually a fire crystal magic wand. And I'm interested to see if that's going to dramatically change the old one that we have. Because this isn't like this mythical energy is just like how much magic we have inside of the wand. And I assume the wand that kind of like changes up how the magic works. So we're going to change over to this, the fire crystal magic wand. And we'll see how it plays out when we next get into a battle. Look at that sword as well in the countryside. Beautiful right there. Oh, it looks like it's not just a beautiful sword. It's also a pretty scary hideout with a lot of people inside of it. Okay, we're going to probably stay pretty clear about... Oh, there's trolls there as well. There's a troll in the dungeon. Okay, perfect. We've arrived. Let's go and see if we can get our way into the keep. Do we have to actually bribe our way into the keep? Or can we just like maybe walk our way into the keep? Yeah, we had to bribe our way in, spend our powerful money in there. But let's talk to her, say that we have provided with him. You did well to bring my envoy alive. You deserve a reward for this deed. And as you have proven you're worthy, I have to task to offer you. Oh, well, it depends on the money, right? I have heard of abominations stalking the land of winter beyond the Nazarite territory. Undead creatures. I need you to bring me some of them to study. It's kind of funny, right? Because we are an undead creature and we are literally undead. But I guess at the moment there is only like one storyline and it's about to be obviously, you know, the undead are supposed to be the big bad. So that's kind of funny. Sure, we will accept it for now. We also get paid 10,000 gold. Oh my lord, it is all coming up Millhouse, isn't it? Like right now, she's telling this abomination to go out and find out about some undead creatures for her to study. I don't know where we'd be able to find one normally. Okay, so immediately with all of that extra money we have just been given after, you know, saving the milady's, I guess, envoy, we are going to go buy some straight drip. And I mean, we are looking drippy AF. Literally no cap on the stack right there. Look at us. Okay, so we have been tasked with to bring her 5 zombies for her to study. I would imagine that means captured, so we have to go defeat some looters, capture them, and then bring the rest to her, which we can definitely do. Again, I'm not sure about the storyline and how it does get affected with, like, if there is like a way to pick an evil path or what. Again, I'm sure you guys can let me know in the comments if there is a way to pick like more of an evil path, because that's something I definitely want to try and do. But for now, we will continue on this route of you know, exploring the dangerous wastes in the north and uncovering this undead threat that is that is looming. Oh, there's also an undead tournament here. I mean, I guess why not? It's not really like a proper campaign unless you do dive in and take on a tournament, so let's do it. Oh my god, look at us in our new drip, looking absolutely beautiful. That's amazing. We look great. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. It's a real shame I can't capture the people I'm defeating here, because that would make my life a lot easier. And if the queen is paying 10 grand to anybody, you know, that's serving her just to bring back her envoy, I wonder how much she's going to pay me for this quest. Totally won that tournament. Assume. And these are humans. Yeah, these are humans. They're not even undead. I'm having a hard time kind of finding where the undead are, but we will engage these guys regardless, because it's a good way for us to level up our men, who are actually getting pretty decent. Yeah, these vampiric warriors now looking pretty good, head to toe in some decent equipment. Oh wow, they have some magic as well. Look at that. I don't know what the hell that. Oh my lord. Okay, they have some really scary magic. Let's start firing back. Give them everything we've got, boys. Am I even doing damage to them? Yeah, I imagine now that we're in melee, they're going to be doing a little bit less. But yeah, oh my god, that initial volley was brutal. It does seem like as well that my current spell... Okay, the mystic energy is the spell, and the staff doesn't really make a big difference. It just looks a bit better. I maybe want what they have right there, because that was some powerful magic. Yeah, let's maybe try and get like an initiate or something on our side with more magic that they're casting would be really good. So yeah, I think we might have to stick this quest to find the undead on a little bit of a back burner for a bit, maybe until we run into some enemy soldiers who are actually like akin to that style. We're currently fighting some slavers, and I'm using the magic, of course, to bring them to bear. Hopefully the boys will finish them off. But yeah, we just have to keep on leveling up our army and kind of leveling up our renown like we would normally. Let's push in now. You guys charge that. The primitives should be doing a good amount of damage, and we'll just continue to level up our stats as well. Yeah, this spell does some serious damage. These slavers, though, 100% have better weaponry. Like, some of these guys have some very good shields, like some Urukai style shields, so I wouldn't mind picking that up. That's going to give us some really good cover. Okay, here to go and absolutely snipe him. Okay, let's finish this bad boy off. Yeah, no way you're going to be defeating me, Sonny. That's that enslaver down. Perfect. I mean, that's going to be a good loot, but not the undead we're looking for. So as I said, I think what we'll do is we'll probably just completely ignore trying to pick these, like, to try and find the undead, and I'm sure we'll run into them, or maybe you guys let me know in the comments where exactly I should be looking. Big boom as well. Look at that. We've got a new shoulder piece and some arm wraps as well. Imagine this guy slapping your girl's ass. What do you do? So I was just thinking, I wonder if the mummies of these guys are going to be classed as undead units. So let's try and capture them and see if we can hand them back in after the battle is done, and see if they'll class as the soldiers we do need. Let's just continue to fire in our magic. Seems like the AoE is doing a good amount of damage, and then we can kind of come in here and yeah, help finish them off. Probably will take casualties, but shouldn't be anything too bad. And let's ideally try and knock these mummies off unconscious. We don't want to kill them if we can help it. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't take a single one prisoner. That does kind of suck, but again, it's not the end of the world. We'll continue to level up our army. It's getting pretty good. Oh, we have some Elven warriors. I really want to make some Elven knights. So let's go down the fighter route. Yeah, let's go down the fighter route and continue to level these guys up. Oh, there's a big battle going on over here as well. So the Dread Realms are fighting hard. It seems like they actually lost a castle to the people down to the south. Okay, well, good on them. We're going to ignore that for now, continue to recruit soldiers. So one thing I actually, I guess, messed up with is I can't actually recruit from villages because I have negative influence. I can recruit from cities fine. That is something we're going to have to keep in mind as we continue to push in. We actually are also very close as well to the next renown rank as well. That'll allow us to have 40 odd soldiers and allow us to keep on moving in. So let's continue to kill these guys. Maybe we only need about, what, 3 or 4 more battles. Okay, good. We got some mummies now. I'm not sure again if these guys are classed as being undead or what. We'll take one. We'll take them back to Milady and see if we can obtain them extra bonuses, because there is a hideout right here which is like an undead hideout. It's commanded by some like undead clan, and the undead folk. So I wonder if I'm supposed to have been able to get a trigger here to go up here. I can't physically click up there, so maybe that is just a bug, and if there is, then the developers can let me know, I'm sure, and we can probably fix it. Not too hopefully it won't take too long to fix. Alternatively, and we could do this if there isn't a fix, I do also have a cheat menu on, but then I can't take prisoners. Yeah, okay, that's a stupid idea. Okay, I think that is where we're gonna wrap things up, and hopefully we've kind of got a good start to this campaign. I've gone ahead and claimed myself a clan rank 1, so I think next episode we're gonna dive into being a big old mercenary for the Dread Realm and start pushing south and getting into some big battles, which hopefully we can influence with our 40 or so men. If you guys are enjoying this series and want to see it continue on the channel, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. It really does help out the channel massively. If you guys have any tips or tricks on this mod, again, put them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.